Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the best game ever. I love you, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating sim. This is part 2 of my Let's Play. I'm really making a Let's Play on I love you, Colonel Sanders. This is exactly where we left off. So, without further ado, in your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, it's partially guest starring my brother, as he will be going in and out of my room, hopefully mostly out. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? I hope they weren't premonitions. We flew through the black inky void on chicken. Oh, hey, and a boy pen. Right, we'll take it. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It was a block of cocaine. It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school. She's gotta be salty. Like, I completely abandoned her. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Sportmaster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Clank. Okay, I'm fine with that as long as it's not Pop. Like him, like. It's a lot of like, but I have the mood. I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We've got to talking after class. He's actually a totally sweet guy. He is a robot. Not only that, he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? I can believe it. No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular. They voted him prom king at the school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in front of the homecoming parade. Ah, that's fun. I think maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Fair enough. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend I Hate You, you're a thing now? Well, I definitely connected yesterday. Yeah, you sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you? I guess. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. I am. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Hey. If he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. Secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in a botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. Said it was powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals. And if I did him a big favor, I could have him some of my own. Oh no. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, and we've stayed in touch, like pen pals, so I bet he would love to know more about the new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough, fibber, cough. Oh, duh. Fibber. Sorry, I was thinking fibber was a... I don't know. Please, please, please. It means the world to me. No one doesn't know what came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Nah. It was Eye of Newt. I know, it sounds like something from Witch Potions, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Oy. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she's definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. Wind rushes in. Cherry blossom. Oh, that's actually cool. It comes from the... Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He is on a horse. Right. Yeah. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, does a short horse dance before dismounting with flourish. Slaps the beautiful creature gently through us, sending it running free into the countryside, presumably to his house and not just into some poor person's. Okay, you're so struck by the sight of him that you lose your ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. Yep, see, there we go. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being good, Fred. Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, SwanADolphin just gets really... I hate you. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and they're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. No, it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. Summoning a demon's not that bad. I would know. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Immediately address the rivals down for their mature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. What kind of this kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Yeah, that's not really how it... Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativities. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Doo-doo. You finally get a look at what they're hiding. You instantly recognize them. It's a book, just like the one you found after you encountered with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashlech immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a fairly heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They got popped into the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them. What? We're playing. Hee I hate you. Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over. Oh, no. Hey, you watch it, you bucket of bolts. Damn, he handled that surprisingly well. He didn't he ran over your foot. He's made of metal. That gotta hurt. You watch how you talk to him. Didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. What do you think you're talking about? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Aww. You made him cry. Oh, nope, now he's angry. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me. I'm not interested in either of them. She looks evil as balls. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself, save it for the arena. Or at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you out with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's painting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a presser, but he's also a dog. Students, please, take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spend the morning chasing cars all around town, so my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now. I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken, I've realized. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration, it was the chicken who first signed their name. I don't remember who signed it first, I just know that Jonathan Gigantic Cox signed it really big. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, SwanADolphin naturally appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Brightly colored pepper sizzles. From this, sparkle is the most eye-catching miss. Not sure you reach it. Grab it and, oh no. Peppers triggered an intense spice hallucination. Nice. My friend. Ooh. This guy again? Yeah, I know he's dead, isn't he? I'm here to give you an important message. Woo! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... as if saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry. I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. The pepper was last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, jeez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Because, what's it? If I drank the water, I'd just be a complete wuss. And if I ate the dog biscuit, I would have felt bad because he probably wanted it. Before everyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. New arrivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. Be a timed competitive cook-off. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time stuff and tell them you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wait the table with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. Ooh! I like that. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Okay, Van. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, SwanADolphin. Ha! It worked. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. I hate you. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation for confidence that cannot be swept away. Thank you, Colonel Sanders. And that is an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. Now it's my chance to shine. I like that line. I like that line. I will defeat you myself. Cool. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and now you feel like you can really press them again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, as time runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Hundreds of... Christ. Oh, it's 11 herbs and spices. Okay, I thought it was just one of them, and I was like, crap. That's right. You may not know the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensified. Now that you got some basic steps going, it's time to elaborate your craft. Let's say lines. Fuck. That's wrong. I'm begging you to get it. Next question. Oh! You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. Sizzling. That's wrong. Damn it. I believe in you, SwanADolphin. He's actually cheering you on. Hell yeah. Yeah. Aw. Oof, oof. Struggling to keep up. I don't know if I'm getting really easy. Here, Mr. That's fine. I actually already have a broken arm, so or finger. When you often find these much more difficult. Stop right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was close to finish my desk, sweetheart. Look at your hand. You simply can't go. Oh, that's too badly. Servant. I'm on becoming sweet. I skipped straight to dessert. Oh, yo, that's actually kind of crisp looking. Chocolate gem, a brave of delights. Take me on to a journey of excellence. And asked SwanADolphin to do the honor, but I'm afraid his pointless creamer and this delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you don't mind lending me your strong certainty hand. Not away. Oh, that's kind of cool. Delicate cheese crute, cross honeycomb, ice crute. Something. Colonel Sanders seems to be intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity is your strong suit. Is it Ashlech? Oh, you. I suppose it's such. Dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Yeah, I screwed a lot of that up. Yeah, okay, I think that's gonna happen regardless. Makes people have a hard time understanding your emotions for this semester, perhaps forever. Perhaps ashamed by your performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow. Yearn for the quad to be alone. Beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, the storm rages. Colonel Sanders is probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. You don't even ask you to cater its wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Try to hide from him, but he forces you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine, you can't just leave me alone. I'm a loser. Not fit for your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? A little bit. That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. It wasn't always the man you see before me. Enrolled in a culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths, arrived at dead ends. I was so passionate about life, but I failed as a obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I always failed as a lawyer. Passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule hanger. That was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. Nice. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. So this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that when I was gonna amount to something, no amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you can see something ignite inside him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. Why do you look so flustered? I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Shut up, Pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before you prepared for your worst. Gorka, a sport monster, is here to fight a hero. Now I'm feeling a bit of deja vu. Sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn that we'd already battled you last time. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. Pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders Smokes is already on the same page as you. So we beat Porco pretty easily, so I don't think you're much of a chance. Not to mention, I'd feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what SwanADolphin is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we need to fight, but since I've got all these pointy teeth and claws, all the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes you and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Corco's mouth and devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil student who was once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school. Till one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast dark enchantment on me. I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely, Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef. And you shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I'll be there. Sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, SwanADolphin. I'm sure together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. Personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. I really hope it's a KFC. Oh. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, you're surrounded by his things. You start to feel a special bond with him. Isn't my hand still crippled? It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made a decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. There's something, it's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavor and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to be paired with something spicy, or something crispy, or both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it secret just for you? Decided you're ready as you ever be to share your own original cooking recipe with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you dive in head first. You reach for your lunch bag for the special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Shredded cabbage dish. That actually looks kind of good. Glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but it seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. I realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. In the room are various items you can take a look at. Each seems to radiate memories. Motion tap on them to discover more about the Colonel. Take a closer look at the urn and play. There's a plaque. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business families." That's kind of cool. Silver hair woven through the teeth they come upon further. You realize the hair isn't silver in color, it's actually made of spun silver. The tea. Oh, it's a scented candle. I'm an idiot. Scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool, friendly starched coat, collar, a piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's slightly larger. White rectangle. The horse. What appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe somebody discovered the secrets to one of his herbs and spices. Frame shows some men who look a bit like Colonel Sanders be standing by a friend. The old fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cherishing them. You look close and see there's a sort of inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache convoy sports, you figure it must be Colonel Sanders. That's adorable. I like that. Maybe it's a drumstick he's waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who make their own their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? Must be where he keeps a secret recipe. Think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders, and then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 1111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared? Jeez, okay. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was live. Oh, I was expecting it just to, like, get up and start moving. The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Gaze out the window across the vast lake and the mountain range below. Just again, the ghost of student pops up. I think I'm heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death. Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. F. Door. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of the hanger and try it on. Jack's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing its scent. Oh, that's kind of creepy. They say home is where the heart is. What they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. Try not casually. He asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. It looks good on you too, man. Ah, crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You decide now is time. What truth am I telling him? Yeah, I'll do that. Whoa, this isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still, game over. What kind of big move was I making? I think I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leading the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Swald. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. But I was at the door. Okay, let's just picture this for a second. I'm just staying at the door and we're talking, like, with it open, with the cold breeze coming in. And then I just, like, pass out. Dream sequence! Zzz, dog! People. Oh, God. You awake the beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. It's... Alright. Takes Colonel Sanders' food and takes you on a journey. When your attorney's waiting, you ask an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine, your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. How could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter him. No, I think we may make a great team. Single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eye and grazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Fair enough. Still one more day of school, after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning awaits for no one. You don't have to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I'm in desperate to talk to you about it, but I can't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out that you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. You're not the main character. Shut up. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I could believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. I don't know how to respond to this. We're just gonna continue. But he was just interested in spending time. some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. I said, yeah, sure. So I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving. I think our definitions of one-on-one time and getting to know somebody are very different. Also, skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say sky? Yeah, exactly. Did she say skydiving? It was the typical first thing to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You didn't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened. An emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession. Focus on school. Oh, fuck off. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want it to be right. After a short argument, you both agreed to go your separate ways. Whew. Ouch. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact, because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. That does sound like a good ice cream drink food type deal. Different kind of swirly, though. Okay, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. My swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Yeah, I know. This dude's jacked and this woman's also quite large. Because I'm literally the biggest person in the school. It's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, SwanADolphin, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking with that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever! Colonel Sanders arrived just as it appears things are close to boiling over. Naturally intuitive person, since this is something that's been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Yeah, that was quick. So adults, how's the hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Shut up. Just shut up. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? That was not a compliment. Well, I guess your thing was good, but like you didn't win, it's kind of an oof. What about the flavor of my delicious, warm, gooey chocolate? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, SwanADolphin. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, SwanADolphin. Okay, boomer. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get to... I mean, she dummy thick, though. Like, gotta respect the grind, man. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out your spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Wow, is that a book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. I thought we split. Okay. It would appear to be some sort of Grillmore. I don't really believe in magic stuff. You literally met a ghost. The hell do you mean you don't believe in magic and stuff? A Grillmore, like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only if in case of extreme emergency. I can use a spell here that says it'll erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it'll probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That's way drastic. Could you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No. Take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's not her advice, it's Colonel Sanders' advice from last night. He said, oh, don't use magic to get ahead. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice and make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. You must be hungry, reach from homework to give for a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable. See what happens. Sprinkles immediately goes for it, grabbing a piece of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but there's not much in this world that satisfies like ungraded work. My SwanADolphin, were you studying something with cinnamon? I've been sitting in on a lecture series in the art of cake baking. How insightful. That actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Swan, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I want to learn about cake! Sprinkles interrupted. Come to that. I told you to save it for after class. Bzzt, bzzt. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Nice. Miriam and wait, wouldn't Clank just like... Woo, Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you haven't learned the ability to speak Clank's language and mechanical noises. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. But no, you had to show off your cool friends like Jeff and John. J&J forever. Let's just form a triangle in midair as we descend. That's not even that cool of a trick. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? The Illuminati would know that, yes. Bzzt, bzzt. Well, that doesn't make it a great date. It kinda does. Beep, whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. That's mean, Mariam. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in the track. Beep. Bzz. The amount of seasoning will make me want to eat that, Clank. Ew. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has meals, not feet, it's not entirely too clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with the shoe. Everyone tries to pretend they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakout with a class of follow the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge, exam, trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Oh, it's Miriam. Never mind. That's a soul. Definitely one of those. Hey, Miriam. You okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa over the floor. I feel that. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of frustration is such a silly robot, not boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off onto the sunset without me? No promises. Of course not. Well, maybe sort of. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, with a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along, like Colonel Sanders, probably Colonel Sanders. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first. Someone to show a little interest anyhow. I need that pep talk myself. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes tears from her cheeks. I should really renew my menu for tonight. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog's gonna love it up. While you're pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants on Van Man, the supposed madman, and his eviler counterpart, Ashlech. As you planned, you begin to run through the quick test of the recipe you've been working on, SwanADolphin's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, Making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Oh, Colonel Sanders, you can help me make a cram session if you don't. SwanADolphin, what are you doing in here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and peering victory. Pot pie has begun to bake. You smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing it, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost your cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore, there's no sound at all. What's up about you? Sure. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know my nose can smell a pot pie from 40 yards. That's kind of impressive. I'd like to be able to do that, except with anything else, because I don't like pot pie that much. That is an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie, with an all-butter crust. This is America. We do like butter. My nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Ah, no, I can smell it was made with a heaping of TLC. I thought that said THC, and I was concerned. But I'll probably start burning in a second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow! It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. Final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step forward for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his level of herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. Registered trademark, of course. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 on 10 with frenzy of action. It's that everyone is calling out really special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. What is this? Hibachi? Colonel Sanders batters his chicken and levitates through the air. And as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Christ. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Fair enough. Even Clank gets into it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. When did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity. It was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you know there's Ashley has her spell book out. She can use some dark magic to turn the tide. You got a book of your own, but you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Please tell me he winks. Damn it, he blinks. I believe in you, SwanADolphin. I knew that was the right choice. He dislikes it too. And I've always believed in you, SwanADolphin, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Good to know I have one. As you turn, notice Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodle. It's a secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and your ingredient was... It's I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Glorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so that's it, you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle. Something, do you mind? See, the spork monster notices that you've gotten more stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ah, yeah, you guessed it, sort of. While you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef. Actually, you know, I was just a little spork pup back in my old country. You can feel Fort Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where it came from, but it seems like he was probably very lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school. I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint, thankfully. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, SwanADolphin, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back up. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire life for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the... Okay, maybe that chicken nugget flying dream thing might actually happen. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you're powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear SwanADolphin, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Pressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What'll happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Yes! Communism! Time's up, students. When time expired, it's a moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall. The class seems incomplete. Seems like we're missing some students. Pop, Clank, well, Clank got yeeted. Pop, yeah, it's just him. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on the broomstick by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. I gotta say, I love that he's on the chicken pedestal. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature war. Beep. Or other onomatopoeia. But there's none. Yeah, because he got unplugged and yeeted. Somehow, he must have gotten unplugged. I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, Claire, to your final project. Yes, it has been a long semester. Aw, he's still cute. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made That actually looks kind of good. I really like the tiny chopsticks. Tender udon noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Does that mean your father's chef? That's pretty badass. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all myself. In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimple's worth of soup. Yeah. A+. Rarely do I taste the dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Aw. Thank you, SwanADolphin, for helping me to believe in myself. You're welcome. Fan, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and axe-hewn urchin soup topped with caviar. He likes his axes. Did you skewer one of the urchins with the spine from the second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Yeah, his name is Van twice, and then Man twice. Sprinkles leans to sniff the uni, but he can't get his lungs close on account of all the spikes. He means to paw it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. He reels back his tongue as porked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. No. Is he gonna get really chonky? I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. Stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles can make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. Ah, it's just like Minecraft. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog. I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by a sugar glass. That's kind of neat. That looks good. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it anyway. It's very fragile and meant to be display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, SwanADolphin? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yes, which is why I cooked it. I did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the college eating school for the hungry. I want to go there. That sounds fun. You get to eat stuff. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. Let him eat it, man. It's still food. Food cannot be eaten. It cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley. She finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know a high-end cuisine if it cooked you. That line had been used before. And with that, Ashley storms up to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled, being fake, nice, and liked by everybody. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. She's probably going to be the McDonald's lady. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks. Also, yes, you will be teaching yourself because this is the last part of the semester. I think. Oh, maybe it's a 6th day. Oh, whatever. The final cooks step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closer and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. Somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And it completely blows me away. In my 49 years of dog life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they must indeed admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declared that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how can they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Please tell me I get to play DDR. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech looking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute, cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Oh, oh, oh! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef. But also a renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they're committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did as villains. Nice. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduations. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Then how did I blow him out the window? Oh, amusing. And now that everyone's together, it's Spork Monster, and he's totally mellowed out. Everyone, Spork Monster's no more. From here on, I prefer everyone call me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry. Party Monster. Dejected, student walks out. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking. And you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls across the floor in the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere would command such an entrance. I think you know who it is. Fine. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I knew you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was at the least we could do for the school's dean. Now you get it. And we get a new wing of our school, not to mention the honor of educating the sons chancellors of such and such. The music and dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling electrical hissing. If this isn't Colonel Sanders, I'm going to stab something. It's Clank. Get the knife. Yeah, I couldn't find a knife. Or rather, something to stab. Or the knife. Or either. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Oh, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually of a faraway planet in another dimension. Technically, it's not far nor close, then. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I just began to learn who I really am. Oh my god, wait, is she the Wendy's lady? Aw, dude, this could come full circle. I just began to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she's managed to suppress you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Ah, yes, what an entrance. Howdy, classmates! Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. Oh, they did that in Borderland too. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. SwanADolphin, what are you doing sitting all alone? You know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. Spicy musk, tidy goatee, degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. What? No, it's the other dude with the goatee. God. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 1000th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, SwanADolphin. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together. Well, I think this is something I need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a new love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Could you live with only half of him? Would you be able to endure sharing him with this other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh, my dear SwanADolphin, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. Along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! Would I get the ending of, like, half-assing it? KFC presents a PSYOP production. Alright, let's go ahead and end this. I'm gonna keep this simple. Thanks for watching. Peace.